Okay, so I'm back with another White Dwarf video, and this is issue 479. I apologise if there's any background noise, just got one of the 3D printers going. I'm recording this fairly late, so I haven't got all of them on the go. I'm just trying to stabilise that. I hate this stupid little thing I use, so I apologise if the camera wobbles a bit. I've got some nice Necron artwork, and yeah, on the back we've got all the stuff inside, which is interesting. This White Dwarf has a sort of new look. We've got lots of little freebies as well. I'm not really sure what they all are. I think it's for Warhammer Underworlds. Other bits here. We'll see as we go through the book what they are for. And you also have all the points for Warhammer 40k, which is really cool. And apparently they're going to be putting these 40k and Sigmar, and maybe even Horus Heresy in the White Dwarfs throughout months. So let's get into the magazine itself. Move this out of the way. So yeah, Glow Up, a new look for the White Dwarf magazine. Right, contents. Lots of stuff sort of down there rather than just scattered around loads of pictures. You'll notice there's these coloured bands as well, and with little icons and stuff at the corner, so it's easier to sort of flick through and find certain articles and stuff. The Corona project is amazing. That's actually a sort of like crown made out of all different Age of Sigmar miniatures and stuff. Just incredible. I'd love to get a proper look at that. I'm sure there's more pictures online. Some beautiful miniatures sent in by readers as always. I always like looking through the contact section just for all the beautiful miniatures. Really like the green Krieg as well. I love the sort of skin colour on that orc. So World of Warhammer. An introduction to the Mortal Realms and the Etheric Void. And then the Age of Sigmar section. So, Storm Hosts. All about different Storm Hosts, forging your host. There's lots of lovely colour schemes to look at and different armies of different schemes of all the paints listed. Or majority of them listed. Really cool, got some really nice miniatures here as well. These conversions are awesome. Very cool. And yeah, I really like the helmets on these ones. Apparently they're sculpted. Just amazing. Land of Rivers and Rage. This is Flashpoint Rondel. I assume some of these cards are to do with this. So like these ones, the Orc ones. For Great Stomp Part 1, so a huge new campaign, and I believe these cards are part of it as well. So yeah, some nice cards for that. Rules of Engagement, talking about a past and Age of Sigmar's future. And then we have Warhammer Underworld. So I think before they had like Age of Sigmar 40k, and then they went into the boxed games. Now they've sort of got the boxed game from that world. So it's the Age of Sigmar ones, sort of in the Age of Sigmar section. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure at one point they did do that. And we got the entrance to Harrow Deep there, which of course we had as well. Some new rules for that, and then we go into the 40k section of Echoes from the Warp. When a collection of individual units is forged into a mighty army, so custodies and other stuff, I'm sure. A bit of Kill Team Engage. 5 Dwarfers, 5 Kill Teams, a whole lot of carnage. So we're going to look at 5 different kill teams. So yeah, what do we have? Sorry, we had some orcs, we had some harlequins, some Thousand Sons, some Acadians, and some Tau. Oh, I love the snowboard there, that's so cool. Quiescent Threat, which I probably pronounced terribly. I apologise if you can hear next door dog. I don't know how much you guys can hear in the background. So we have Dynastic Crusade. So some Crusade rules for the Necron dynasties, which is really cool. So quite a few different dynasties, which is really cool. And so this article I was looking at before, this is amazing. So this is a sort of remade version of a classic Blood Angels army from a very, very old White Dwarf, which is right here. So early 1990s. I love all this old vintage looking stuff. I do wish when they redone this army that they'd have done the green on the bases, but of course it's meant to be more of a current 40k styling of them, so they're all Primaris Marines, of course. I love that they've used the Forge World Landspeeder. Really cool. I'm a big fan of Blood Angels because I do like the different coloured helmets for different battlefield roles and stuff. And of course you got really interesting characters. Got Tricho, they've made a new one. It's really cool. So yeah, big fan of that article. Yeah, it's very cool. I'd love to see them do that with more classic armies of the past as well. So hopefully they do. And we have a battle report of Necrons, beautiful Necrons in silver and blue. Oh, versus Imperial Fists, my favourites. And then we have the board. As always, I want to skip through it, and these handy little things down the corner means I can go exactly where I want to go. So, well done, White Dwarf team. We have the Fate of Barbarous. This is a Horus Heresy article, looking at some Horus Heresy armies. Lots of 3,000 point armies, and yeah, they're all just beautiful. So we've got Raven Guard, Space Wolves. I love the pre-Heresy Space Wolves colour scheme. I like that shade of blue so much better than the current one. Dark Angels, a legion that's really tempting me at the moment. I have actually bought some Dark Angels miniatures, so look out for showcases of them on our Instagram in the near future. But in the meantime, I'm doing lots of Sons of Horus, and they didn't quite look as good as these ones, but it's a fun army to paint, definitely. And I love these guys. Maybe I'll have to get some of them for mine. We have Iron Warriors, lots of hazard stripes. Really, really beautiful army. It just seems like there's so much for just over 3,000 points as well. And then we've got some Death Guard. Another beautiful looking army. So yeah, just really, really nice. And then there's a bit about building and painting the battle board that they used, which is really cool as well. Showing some work in progress pictures. I love all this stuff. I do want to see more terrain stuff in White Dwarf. So this is really cool. So we have some Black Library story, some Warhammer crime. It's really cool. And then we have Inside the Studio. Matt Hudson's really filling that up. He's just been on fire. Got Sophie over there as well, almost filled her board. Mine's really just been on the back burner since I've been doing little Horus Heresy miniatures. Speaking of which, we have a Legion Praetors painting challenge, which is really cool. I love the little conversions as well, and they all look beautiful. It reminds me, years and years ago, probably about 20 years ago, they've done like a Chaos Lord painting challenge, that the old metal one that would stand on the Space Marine head, and they just all looked fantastic. It's one of them articles that you just remember from your youth. Little hobby bingo spotlight, and these are absolutely stunning. Absolutely love the tufts on the base, and then some beautiful Death Guard as well. I love the striking green on that. It's so cool, very different but still very Death Guard. Next issue, 40k, a modular map campaign. So that sounds really interesting. So look forward to that. But yeah, that was 479. That's probably one of the better ones for a while, actually. Lots of nice content in there, lots of beautiful miniatures and armies and such. So yeah, I would say worth picking up, especially if you play 40k, because you're probably going to want this book. So yeah, hopefully it's not the only way you'll get updated points. I think it's all free online, aren't they? So it's nice to have them in the book. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next video.